Simon, Burejo here on another one of my walking vlogs, in case you have stumbled across this. And today we're going to talk about something we talked about on a vlog back in the summer, I believe, which was a long time ago. It's when the pandemic was sort of, well, lockdown I should say, was sort of coming to an end and the world was opening up again. And I had told you that because I've been trapped in my house for so long, I was going to go and do a bunch of things I always wanted to do, one of which was acting. So I did this. Pinewood Studios, which is relatively close to where I live, was doing acting courses, and I thought, well, I've heard of Pinewood Studios. That sounds like a pretty good place to go. I believe it was called Actors Studio, and I can't recommend it highly enough. And if you're into it and you are looking for somewhere to go, again, that would be my recommendation. But I've done 2 courses there now, 3 courses, I should say. I did a beginner's course, I did an improver's course, which was the natural step forward after you've done the beginners. You know, you learn and you learn some more. And I also did one called Screen Acting Weekly, which was a 6-week course, which then they all ended in me recording little bits and pieces for my showreel. Now, even though I'm terrified about this, but again, dare to fail, nothing ventured, nothing gained, and all these other sayings, I'm going to upload that showreel to my YouTube channel tomorrow. Now, I would rather it just sat there as its own standalone thing, so I'm not going to explain it. So anyone watching this video, well done. You understand what's going on. Anyone that doesn't, they're just going to be like, did Simon mean to do this, or was it an accident? Now, it is my first time. I'm going to say be nice, but you don't have to be nice. You can do whatever you want. If I'm going to upload it, you can be an asshole, you can be a nice person. It's completely up to you. I don't care, because the point is I enjoyed it to such a degree. I sat down and I thought, okay, that was a cool experience. I'm glad I've done it. You know, I can cross it off my list. But much like when I got into wrestling, and originally my goal with wrestling is just do one match. So you've done one match, then when you're on your deathbed, you can look back and be like, well, at least I did one match. And it was the same in acting. I was like, just get your show reel done, and then whatever will be, will be. But like I say, I did get the bug for it, I suppose. I found myself very passionate about it. So there is a part-time acting school, which obviously I thought, I can't go to drama school full-time, given all the other responsibilities that I do have, but there's a part-time drama school known as Identity, which is very, very highly, it is highly regarded. I don't want to say it like, oh, la-di-da, but it is, right? Lots of people that went on this course were talking about it, the tutor was talking about it, so I thought, well, they only require you to go, like I say, on a part-time basis, but you have to audition for it. And of course, given the state of the world, it's over Zoom as well, which was an absolute trip for me. Like, I'm much more of, well, I'm just somebody that would like to meet people in person and get a vibe for them, and hopefully they get a vibe from me and all that kind of jazz. But yeah, anyway, the point of this is that I did do it, and then it must have been a couple of weeks ago. Now, as I'm saying these words, I got an email saying that I'm in, which made me laugh like that. You may have seen it on my social media at Simon316, Twitter and Instagram, and people were very kind about it, so thank you very much. I don't think sometimes, I don't want to say creators, that's a stupid word, but sometimes you don't understand how far a nice comment can go, because you're always going to get asshole comments, you can't help it, and sometimes they sort of sit in your brain for a bit longer. When you do get people saying nice stuff, it does mean a lot, so thank you very much. But yeah, I mean, that's the point of this vlog, to, you know, update you, as a lot of people did say, Miller, I remember you did that vlog and I didn't hear anything about it. Come April, what are we in now? February, so a couple of months, I'm going to go to a part-time drama school, and we're going to see how it goes. Like, I don't know what the end game is, I don't know what the end goal is, I don't even really know what you do at drama school, but it's absolutely something that I wanted to go after, and I suppose that ties into part 2 of this vlog, which is that people, especially when I did that video and when they saw this stuff online, they were like, Sam, how do you do all this stuff? And not like I'm some kind of robot, but I think they meant it more from a motivation standpoint. And I tell you, the best advice I ever got was, the best time to do something is 10 years ago or today. What that basically means is, as a human race, as a society, on many occasions, there's things that we want to do, there's things that we want to go after, but you go, oh, I'm too old, or I should have done it when I was 18, I should have done it when I was here, but now I'm there. You're right, you're correct, you should have done it then, because you had that feeling in your stomach, you had that drive from somewhere, and you didn't capitalize on it. But you can't go back in time. We don't have a time machine, Back to the Future isn't real, Doc Brown ain't going to turn up in his DeLorean, so just go and do it now. That's it, that's my motivation for anything. It's like, okay, well, I want to do this, I'll go and do it. And that really is the be all and end all, because I never want to get to a point, I'm repeating myself now, but I never want to get to a point when I regret anything. And I kind of tie it into karaoke as well, which sounds weird. And I totally get this. A big reason people don't do things is because they are worried about failing, or they're worried about sucking, or they're worried about someone saying that was rubbish. It's like, when it happens when you do karaoke, right? When anyone does karaoke, you should not expect a good performance, because it's karaoke. It's just people who enjoy singing, finding the courage to get up on stage and sing. So if you sit down and somebody goes, well, that was crap, it's like, yes, what were you expecting? It doesn't make, you expect Freddie Mercury to all of a sudden, of course some people are good at karaoke as well, but I think it all kind of stemmed from that. Like I can sing, I wouldn't even say I can sing okay, I guess I can carry a tune a little bit, but I remember I did karaoke years ago and I butchered it. Someone said this to me and it kind of hit me like a ton of bricks because I didn't want to hear it, but then it was like an epiphany. I was like, well, yeah, I don't understand. It's like if you went to see a five-a-side team and you're like, well, they're not professional football players. No, it's not the Premier League. And so ever since then I was like, man, if there's anything I want to do, I'm going to do it. Because what's the worst that can happen? Let's take the acting thing as we're using that as our subject today. I'm rubbish at it. Okay, someone can go, you're rubbish. I did upload this clip onto my social media, and of course there were some people saying that wasn't very good, and it makes you go, oh, I didn't like that, but you just move past it because you think to yourself, at least I do, I'd much rather get that criticism than get to a point where I didn't even put myself out there for criticism to begin with. Because 9 times out of 10, you know, if you do take these risks, I suppose, if you want to use that word, there's going to be good bits and there's going to be bad bits. And oddly, I think I've talked about this before, but I'll say it again, Gary Lineker, who is a professional football player, so that kind of ties in, he had an awesome way of looking at this kind of stuff. He was like, if you're ever in a scenario where you have an opportunity where you feel crazy nervous, that's a privilege. That really, really hit me because it's true. So whether it be I do my wrestling or, trust me, when I went to film these acting scenes, I was terrified. I was like having a meltdown, but it was really good because we're going to get way cheesy now, but it does make you feel alive. Well, it's a crazy pigeon. It does make you feel alive. You do get an adrenaline boost and you are completely honed in and you're completely focused on this one moment. And I think that's why I enjoy it so much. It's another reason, to get the gym in there, why I like the gym so much. Because when I'm in the gym, I'm not worrying about my finances or any other problems I've got going on in my life. It's all about lifting that weight. It's the same when I do wrestling. It's like, you've got to make this wrestling match good. And it was the same with this acting stuff. So if that means some people are going to say my clothesline sucks, if that means some people are going to say I got terrible calves, or if that some people are going to say Simon, this acting is as wooden as a Roman Reigns table, you know what? I'd rather be in that position, and I think it's cool to be in that position. So yeah, my biggest advice to you is if there's something that you really want to do, just go and do it. What's the worst that can happen? Someone says you suck. Okay, more power to you for having the cojones to give it a go to begin with, because you can't regret that. We can only regret the stuff that we don't try. Like, even if I went to acting and it was showreel time, and I tripped over and I took out the director and I smashed the camera and I cost them thousands and thousands of pounds, I'd go home and I'd feel terrible, but you'd get over that. You know, it's just one of those things, this experience, it would become a story. It's far better than sitting there one day and having these thoughts in your mind that you can't answer. What if I had gone? What would have happened? Would I have been any good? And so on and so forth. You know, destroying some equipment, you don't have to worry about that. It definitely happened and you're gonna feel bad. So yes, this is now officially on my 2022 list. Doesn't affect anything else, because my other phrase I have in my life is we add, we don't take away. So the wrestling continues, the hosting of Progress continues. That's been fun. Thank you for everyone with that too. We get back into the gym. I'm actually, for people that have waited around this long, I'm going to be recording a series of workout videos. I've got my own training plan I'm going to throw out there. We'll get to that at some point. And the actual wrestling, I can't remember what I said now, but the wrestling continues. And of course the acting is something I'm going to throw in there as well. Come April, I'm going to be crazy busy. But again, I'll sleep when I'm dead, which is not actually a phrase I agree with at all. I think it's stupid, but whatever works. So yes, I'll drop that showreel tomorrow. I won't turn comments off because I'm not that guy. May not read any of the comments because I still don't have that much confidence with it, which I think is an okay thing to say as well. Like, it's something I've never done before. I think it's probably one of those things that you never get truly confident, because watching yourself back on YouTube is hard enough, but watching yourself back when you're pretending to be someone else, I mean, that's something else entirely. But again, I would much rather feel alive in that sense than shy away from it. It's just not how I want to live my life, for one reason or another. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe I'm incorrect here, but trust me, I will definitely find out. Now, please do like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Hit the bell, ding ding, so other videos are going live. There is another video on the screen. Give it a click. Should really make sure it's the showreel tomorrow. I may forget to do that, but we'll try. Otherwise, much easier just to say this. In the description below, there's a bunch of stuff. Gorilla Mind, Greg Doucette's Power 13 cookbook, Instagram, Twitter links, merchandise, Cameo. It's all down there. If you want to support the channel or me, you can do that. But more than anything, please watch my show tomorrow. Give me honest feedback. I can take it. Even if I cry for a little bit, well, the tears will pass. We have tears for a reason. You take care of yourself. Go and live your dreams. Speak to you soon.